Hi everyone. This might be the last topic I did tonight. I was on a roll, so I had to fucking do this topic. Okay, so I don't have a grad school degree, but when I was in college at UC Santa Cruz, I went to a grad school fair, and it was in Stockton. I forgot what university is in Stockton, but I went to the grad school fair in Stockton, and then when several people from UC Santa Cruz, they put us on a bus and we went to from Santa Cruz to Stockton. And then there, I saw some people from UC Berkeley that my sister knew, who were friends with some of the people that I know. I used to Santa Cruz from Santa Maria, and it was crazy. I didn't know they all knew each other in Santa Maria. It's such a small town. But anyways, so I am doing alright today. I am in a good mood. I've been doing alright for the last few days. I um I only have the neuropathy, the neuropathy, and my feet and hands are killing me. I have that tingly feeling all over my hands and feet. I have pain in my hands and feet. I it's like numbness in my hands and feet. I've been able to cook and clean more, but the chopping is pretty difficult right now because of the neuropathy. I can't put my foot down, so it's kind of hard to walk. But I'll try tomorrow and see if I can cook and clean my house because I gotta clean my house and cook my meal. I've been preparing sandwiches for myself and salads, so I've been doing better because I wasn't even able to do that a year ago. I wasn't able to get out of bed. I mean with the cancer and the depression that the cancer was giving me, I couldn't get out of bed at all. But now I have a burst of energy and I'm able to do things. I'm able to cook, clean. I'm able to I'm able to do Zumba for self care during cancer. That's what they told me to exercise during the cancer, to do walking or yoga. But I wasn't able to do walking or yoga during that year because I couldn't move. My whole body hurt and I was in pain. I had no energy at all, but now I have a lot of energy. And now I'm able to do 2 or 4 songs of Zumba, which is like 15 or 20 minutes of Zumba. And I'm able to do it. Compared to the half an hour I used to do of Zumba. For the half an hour to 45 minutes I used to do of Zumba. Or yoga, 45 minutes that I used to do. But it's crazy. I went to the grad school fair in what year was it? I want to say it was 2004 or 2005. I was 21 or 22 years old. We went to Stockton. And I got a lot of tips for grad school, to how to apply to grad school, but like I never applied to grad school. I just have a BA and multiple AAs. And it was crazy. But like, it's like how to cater your essay towards grad school. It's like you have to tell them what you can do for the university, not what the university can do for you. So you have to really advertise yourself, sell yourself for the, and really sell your product for the university and tell them what you can do for the university, what kind of research or what are you working on, what are you going to do. I do add diversity to the university, things like that. They said that if you have any clubs or organizations you belong to, that's a good thing. If you volunteer, if you have a job, if you have a GPA above a 2.5 for Cal States, but a 3.0 or 3.5 for UC Berkeley or for UCs. Do you have extracurricular activities? Do you have a job? Do you have above a 2.5 for East Bay, Cal State East Bay? Do you have the course load, required course load for that grad school program, the prerequisites for that grad school program? Do you have do you have do you need to take any courses, any more prerequisites to get into grad school before you go in? And do you have to make it above a C or a B, a good grade? It says good to, I mean, in Cal States, it's usually like a C average, but 2 point, I think into social work at East Bay, you can get in with a 2.5, and you could get in with statistics and basic human anatomy and physiology, which both classes I think you could take at the community college. If you have a B, if you didn't take those classes on your BA, you could take basic human anatomy and basic human anatomy and physiology and statistics at the community college, and then you could apply for grad school. A lot of people do that. They return, a lot of students from UCs return to community college to take their prerequisites so they could apply to grad school. It's normal, but I encountered a lot of students who had done their BA trying to get prerequisites and so they could attend grad school. I mean, I did it, but I didn't apply to grad school. I mean, I couldn't apply to grad school. I didn't have a job. I quit my job in 2015, and then I didn't have a job. I didn't have money, and even though I could get financial aid, it's like I opted not to go to grad school. I worked for Alameda County, and I worked for different organizations. Like I worked for Alameda. I worked for I forgot what I worked for. I was a freelance tutor from 2015 to 2018. I went to people's houses and tutored their children, and from elementary school, middle school, and high school. I did a lot of that. I wasn't getting paid that much, but I did it for a while. I had about 9 children that I tutored, so it was alright. They were all children of Spanish speakers. So it was alright. I mean, I did fairly well. I mean, grad school is an option for a lot of students who are thinking of a career and stuff. A BA will get you a career, but it's like grad school is more like social work, teacher, to get your credentials. What other? To get a master's, a master's in psychology or sociology. To get a side D is 4 years. A psychology doctorate is 4 years. Things like that. I think that grad school is not for everybody, though. Or PhD is not for everybody. It's like not everybody wants to go to a UC. Not everybody wants to go to Cal State. It depends on like what kind of and what are you looking for. Not everybody wants to go to community college. Not everybody wants to go to college at all. Some people opted to work. Some people opted not to work. It's like, what are you going to do for a living if you opted to work or not to work? So it's like crazy how things get, how things are for everybody. At 16 years old, I told my dad I didn't like school because it was getting harder for me school. But I was in AP courses, advanced placement, and I still had a 3.4. And then my dad was like, if you don't like school, then what are you going to do? Are you going to get a job or quit school? Or are you going to get a job and quit school? Or are you going to continue school? And I was like, oh my God, I didn't mean it like that, Dad. I didn't mean to quit school and get a job. I'm barely 16 years old. He's like, well, if you quit school, you're going to have to get a job at 16 years old and you don't have a college degree or nothing. And I'm like, Dad, Dad, I didn't mean it. I have a good GPA. I'm planning on going to college, so I don't think that's an option for me. But like, thank you. I mean, it's like, I didn't quit school. When I went to college, I didn't quit school either, so it was an option for me either. Even though I had issues and I took a year off because of issues I had, I still finished my degrees. And then I went to community college and got A's, some A's and a certificate. It's like I didn't quit community college either. It's just like I don't have any concentration issue that doesn't permit me to study or nothing like that. Actually, I'm able to study. I have a BA, I have a minor, I have 2 AAs and a certificate, and I have credentials in medical assistant, which is clinic office aide, to work in the office of a clinic. I mean, it's not like it's an issue for me to work. Hopefully, when I am rid of the cancer, I'm able to return to work, and that would be good. My disability got approved, so that's a plus. After a year, I applied a year and a half ago for my disability for cancer, and now it got approved. So I'm able to finally receive money because of my cancer treatment, because I'm in cancer. I have cancer, but it's like I still have cancer. I still haven't gotten rid of the cancer, so I'm still in treatment. So I don't know how long I'm going to be in disability because of the cancer treatment. So it's crazy. But grad school, if you're applying, think about writing that essay, getting help for that essay, actually having somebody look over it, edit it, and then seeing that you're gonna actually do a good job on it. Talk about what you've done in college, if you're part of any orgs, if you've done all the research you've done, all stuff like that. If you're it's like they got rid of affirmative action, so I don't know if it's gonna matter if you put your race or ethnicity anymore. I think they're just looking for merits, what you've done in college, from all your work and stuff. So if they're not looking for affirmative action, I mean your GPA, the grade, the clubs you belong to, the job you belong to, volunteer experience, things like that, in your everything you've done in your college work, because affirmative action is they got rid of it, so you're gonna have to put your merits. Your GPA is a plus for a UC or a Cal State. Community college not so much, because you're applying right at a or vocational school applying right out of high school, so you're gonna have to work hard at community college so you could transfer to a Cal State, a UC, or private school, or military school, something like that. But I think that everybody's not the same. What might work for one person might not work for the other person, and I think that it's just the way it is. Not every job's for everybody. Not. I used to work in an after school program, and my friend used to work at Sports Authority, and I would always be like, if you go to community college and take the 60 units or take the TA exam, you'll be able to work at my job. If you take the TA exam instead of going to college, but it's like, because she only had taken a few courses at the community, like 5 classes at the community college, so she didn't have anything, and I could help you study, and she would be like, I don't want to work with children, I don't want to do it. She preferred to work at Sports Authority because she said it was fun, and she liked the customer service part of it. At the school program, there was no customer service because we're not selling anything. We're not selling anything at all. In nonprofit, we're not selling anything. At healthcare, we're not selling anything. So it's like, when she didn't want to work at my job, it's like, and I told her, and my sister told her I could help you, with some skill set, teach them stuff. She didn't want to, but then she got a better job over the years. She took a class in nutrition, basic nutrition, and she was able to work as a kitchen aide at a senior citizen home. So it was alright. She was able to make $14 an hour there. So that was before they changed it to minimum wage, $15 an hour. Minimum wage was $10 an hour, so she was making $14 an hour. So it was alright for her. For changing from $10 an hour at Sports Authority to $14 an hour, it was a plus. Only because she took basic nutrition at the community college, and she was able to work as a kitchen aide, nutrition aide at the senior citizen home. So it was good for her. Just like prep meals, make what are they called? I can't remember what they're called. But and give people their plates and stuff, the heavy plates and stuff. And she was able to do that for a while. So it was alright. Anyways, hopefully everybody, if you're applying to grad school, I think grad school, the timeline is the deadline. The last deadline is right about now to get into grad school. The rest are already passed. I think they start in January or February. It's grad school applications. I think it already passed, but maybe next year you'll be able to do it. Or if you're applying to, and if you're receiving your college acceptance letters for your undergrad, then congratulations, and I hope you make the right decision. All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye.